Going on to you Libras out there. So you have the Two of Pentacles, you Libras have the Eight of Cups, and then you have the Hierophant. So I can't be wilding out sometimes. Anyway, so you basically were getting to know someone very new, and you had left them. A lot of you Libras very much so are not putting up with it. You know, I see a lot in the comment section about how people are like, yo, thank you for putting me on, and kind of showing me an idea of what, just kind of help me, giving me an idea of what I should be okay with and what I shouldn't be. And the truth of the reality is, I'm just telling the truth, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups. This person isn't necessarily giving you what it is that you want. This person is trying to offer up the idea that they're giving you what you want, right? That the interaction between yourself and them is 50-50. It's equitable. There is value in it. And the reality of it is that it's actually not. The Hierophant represents, and you know this, that's the reason why it is that you essentially stop talking to this person. You Libras know that you can't trust this person at all. And the best thing for you Libras to do was to not even continue to waste your time, to just cut them off. Just be like, look, you and this person legitimately don't get along with one another. And it's the truth, right? Because again, you know it to be true. The Unalive card and the Devil, ironically, represents how you Libras make sense, right? You understand why. A lot of you Libras have a more completed understanding of why you do what you do. I want to say, you were like, just like what Morpheus said, you were like Alice stumbling down the rabbit hole, right? And then now you understand, other people's natures a lot better. To when you interact with other people, not to essentially waste your time trying to match something that isn't matchable. And this is not the same as soon as things get rough, leave. For instance, right? Me dating somebody who has little ones. I've been there, done that, and I've only tried it twice in my life. No, 3 times actually. And it didn't work any of the 3 times, because one of them had a very stink attitude, right? They were, oh man, they were very obtuse and combative. The other one was like using me for like they four little ones. So I was like, nah, I can't do this. And then the other one, they're like trying to convince me or whatever to be in a relationship with them. And it's like, why? Like I told them at the very beginning, this isn't gonna work. And this is not me being disrespectful. This is just me knowing that this isn't gonna work. I saw the writing on the wall, and then I gave it a chance because the person kept asking me, and I said, okay. And then the person isn't giving me anything that I want. And I'm just like, no, I've done it more than 3 times, but all the times that I tried, it literally didn't work. I was like, this is what it is that I was saying literally from the very beginning. We don't end up matching one another. It doesn't work. It's not a very good game plan. And then the thing about it is that so a lot of you Libras understand why it is that you're doing what you're doing. I want to say prior to this year, you Libras may have been doing things because you didn't necessarily want to be by yourself. So you would have put up with someone's terrible understanding of the relationship, the constant cognitive dissonance, the projections, the constantly having to think of the worst possible thing that can always happen every time. And I see that a lot of you Libras are just not down with that anymore. You understand that, yes, when it comes to dating somebody, you do, in fact, need to have a game plan. You need to legitimately understand what in the world you're doing. Go into you don't go into a relationship with someone who is viably a terrible choice, right? They're irresponsible. Their mentality is all over the place. They're not focused on what they want to do. They don't have the capability to actually make friends and make sacrifices, right? Compromising for the relationship. These are not viable people. And you Libras saw that about a person. You were asking them questions, you're getting to know them, and they started to really show you things that are not very conducive for you in the first place. So you Sagittarius, excuse me, right? I was sorry about that. You Libras, I don't know where that came from. It could have been a Sagittarius, right? That was like this. But for you Libras, you just saw the writing on the wall and you saw that this wasn't going to end very well for you. This was going to just, again, put you in a situation that you didn't want to be, time down, right? The road. And it's like, why even put yourself in this type of situation in the first place? There's not a whole lot of real honest love here. There's love, but there's not a whole lot of honest love. If you get with this person may feel a little something for you, but the undertone is, the foundation of it is using you for all the wrong reasons. And so the Fool and the Seven of Pentacles is about you Libras got out. And you don't feel bad, and you don't have to feel bad, because you Libras literally did the right thing. You did what it is that you should have did. You decided to be true to yourself and stay away from anybody that would have wasted your time. And then you have the Three of Swords. You're looking to be compatible with someone based upon your value systems. This person's value system isn't the same, or was it the same, as your value system. So the Magician and the Four of Wands is about you did what it is that you had to do, and there's no shame in that. You know, you Libras, if you feel bad about this, you really shouldn't at all, because you Libras literally did what it is that you were supposed to. I don't feel bad for telling the single parent that I was dating at that time, no thank you, because the times that I did it, I was lying to myself, trying to make it seem as if that's what I want, or I couldn't tolerate that, right? Specifically. And the answer is that that's not true. If I'm gonna be in a relationship, I actually want to be the star. I want the other person to be the star as well. Oh, no doubt, absolutely. But I don't want anything buffering in between. And I'm not so selfish or tone deaf or inconsiderate or whatever like that to be in a relationship with the single parent and be like, hey, can you put the little one on the back burner? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. So because I know for a fact that I'm not finna do any of that, I would rather just be the star. I would rather the two of us, let me be more specific. I'd rather the two of us to be the stars, and then build that relationship. And then when we decide that we want something different, bring in a new addition to the family, then we add a +1. You dig what I'm saying? To our 2 to make 3. You know, hopefully, maybe, twins, but the point is a +1, right? In a general sense. But it's a choice that literally we made together, right? It's not something where it's like one day I'm a single individual, and then literally the next day, if I meet this person and then this person gives the information to me, they share this to me, hey, I have a little one. Now it's like, oh, so if I'm going to hang out with you, there wasn't even a 9-month time frame for me to even get mentally prepared or financially prepared. Like, hey, this is what's happening here, XYZ. You need to go ahead and figure this out. This is what it is that you want to do, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. There was, you know what I'm saying? So I just listened to my own instincts, and I realized that wasn't for me. And it's the same thing for you Libras. Listen to You need for see this is what I'm talking about. You need to sharpen your instincts, sharpen your observational skills, your mentality, your heart, right? Understand the differences between when someone is a good, viable match that is compatible, right? Not compatible, compatible, right, with you, meaning the two of you mix well, right? With no little ones. Or maybe you can be okay with it. That's just my own thing. But the point is, that's your type. Okay? Because again, what people are not talking about is you can have many types. Brown skin, dark skin, real dark skin, light skin, blue eyes, green eyes, brown eyes, dark brown eyes, curly hair, coarse hair, straight hair, blonde hair. You have many types in that sense. But just understand what like I said, understand what your deal breakers are. Some of my deal breakers are an instant ready-made family. You know what I'm saying? Like the person who, you know, and I have to be honest about this. Like, I don't really have anything for this person like that. You know what I'm saying? The best thing that I can do is, if I'm really being honest and transparent about it, right, without causing too much mischief, a fun time. But see, I'm being honest about that. Nothing too serious. You understand what I'm saying? But that's my own personal thing as to why I want to do it. And so you have to understand what your deal breakers are as well. And date according to what you like, according to your lessons that you've learned. Also date according to what your deal breakers are. Your deal breakers will help you decide what your discernment is, or what you should stay away from. Should give you an idea of what you're not into. If this person was going to come into your life on some devil type stuff, on some The Exorcist type stuff with their head rolling around and all this other type of goofy nonsense, then it's a good idea for you to stay away from them. So maybe a deal breaker that you Libras may have is people who tend to be combative, people who, you may want someone that makes it easier on you, that gives you an easier time. That's something that you may want. And if a person is too caught up with, if the person is too disagreeable, you may not like that. But it's up to you though. Let's clarify the Four of Wands. King of Cups, King of Wands, Ten of Wands, Seven of Cups, and the Moon. To clarify the Four of Wands. That's my cat down there. The King of Cups and the King of Wands speaks to a lot of you Libras are learning yourself very much so. Well, you're learning yourself quite well. And that's one of the last things that people who are trying to take everything that you have from you want you to do. Because see, it makes it harder for them to come in and to head fake you out. Because if they can't head fake you out, right, by telling you something didn't happen when it actually did, right? When you and see, that's one of the greatest things that you can get together, as well as your memory. People need to really get in touch with their memory. They need to really fix their memory and make their memory a lot better, because that's another thing too that helps when people would like to run that kind of game on you and make it seem like something didn't happen when it actually did. And it's like, no, my memory is good. I remember it being here. You a whole lie. Stop with the cap. So the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Cups now is about how, and so because of this, the Ten of Wands and the Seven of Cups right here is about, and you can actually be able to leave situations a whole lot easier when, like I said, you understand yourself in this thing. Once you're able to understand yourself a lot better, people are gonna, if they throw out things about you, they're gonna sound stupid saying it. Case in point, when people say the stupid, say that garbage about how, you like those type of individuals. It's like, listen, first and foremost, you don't even know me. You never hung out with me a day in your life. So how would you know that? You haven't gained experience hanging out with me enough to know. And the reason why it is that I can say that is because I'm a very simplistic, but I'm a very complex guy in the sense of I have many hobbies. I'm interested in many things. I'm interested, my mind is multi-layered. It's complex, but yet at the same time, it's actually quite simple. It's quite simplistic. It's quite resourceful. You couldn't possibly know what it is that I want until I actually tell it to you. And part of the reason why such and such, right? Talking about not you, but the person in question, is because of the person getting examined, right? My examination is because you don't even know me. You haven't even asked me what I like. You too caught up with the narratives. So when you know who you are, and someone tries to play you, my dear Libras, they're gonna look stupid when they're doing it. They're gonna tell you things about yourself, and those things ain't even gonna make sense as a cow jumping over the moon. You're gonna be like, what in the world are you talking about? Oh, aren't you meaning this? No. Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. You obviously don't know what I'm talking about. And you're gonna see how they're gonna slip. They slipping. That's not how you are. That narrative didn't work. Oh, snap. Now I gotta. Then they're gonna run like rats trying to take cover. Oh, Then some of them may even lie bold-faced to you. No, that's how you are. How you gonna tell me how I am? How you gonna tell me how I am? The vanity. How you gonna tell me how I am? I know exactly that it's not that, and I even know why. Because I know myself. How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me that that's not what it? Oh, because you're not conscious of it. What do you think self-knowledge is? What do you think self-study is? It is being able to understand yourself unconsciously as well as consciously. So stop. And again, at that point, you're going to see these individuals on some 7 of Cups in the moon. Now they're going to have to, I'm telling you what's happening. Then they're going to start talking about then they're going to come up with all types of stupid reasons why you Libras are bugging, y'all are tripping, y'all are out here wilding. Meanwhile, you're just having a constructive conversation with the person. You're not wilding. You're not being dangerous to yourself or other people. What are they talking about? And like you gonna see the narrative that they throwing them, how stupid they look, and like they trying badly. Oh, you're dangerous. I'm keeping my hands to myself. We sitting in the car, the door is open, both of them. Anytime you want to leave, you can. I got my seatbelt on. You don't have your seatbelt on. So anytime that you want to leave the car, get out of the car, I would have to first take my seatbelt off. What is up with you? What's going on with you? And I'm telling you, they're going to look stupid when they doing it. Oh, you need to knock it off with these narratives. You look stupid. So that's it. Other than that, you Libras are very much so on the right path. At this point, you Libras are watching people slip and just really trip over their own shoelace, coming up with narratives. And you're going to see more of this in the future because you Libras are stepping your game up. So, people have less room to play in your face, to be dysfunctional and act like this is natural and that you're the ones that's dysfunctional. Please, I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow up to over 100,000 subs. We're at 14,040 some odd already. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button. Smash the like button. Hit the notification bell. Set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.